Dockum here with Beautiful Faces Going Places Women's Success Network. And if you're watching live or on the replay, I want to say thank you so much for joining us. Our goal is to market and promote women in business, small business owners, and entrepreneurs. And today we are continuing our business spotlight series. And our special guest today is JoVonne Walker. She is the CEO at Think About It LLC, empowering brands to win with words. Her education and professional experience range from human resources to strategic analysis to marketing and covering nonprofits and Fortune 25 companies. After working for the Kroger Company for over 12 years, she took a leap to pursue her dreams as a full-time marketing coach. JoVonne is very fully vested in training and coaching entrepreneurs and small business leaders who are looking to develop a brand that stands out. Leaders who are looking to develop a brand that stands out and targets the right clients and builds a strategy that matches their goals to win and maintain clients through an ongoing communication practices. And so today her subject is 5 essentials to delivering a great brand message. And don't we all need a little help in that area? So welcome, welcome JoVonne. And yeah, we do need a little help with our marketing and branding. I know I have a little bit of a background in marketing and branding, and but I think some of us fall a little bit short in terms of just maintaining or starting with the basics.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, thank you, first of all, for having me on here. I believe every business has the opportunity to win and to really gain the clients that they really need. But when it comes to like the overall struggle piece, I totally get it. Like sometimes when you are doing 1,000 different things at one time, it's kind of hard for you to kind of focus in on a specific message that you're supposed to share and what you need to really be telling people. So in terms of like the 5 essentials, I would definitely say the first thing is to understand who you are, okay, and what your brand offers. In a world where there's millions of coaches out there, there's millions of people selling t-shirts, there's millions of designers and in all those types of industries, there's a number of people doing what you're doing. You have to know that unique message that's associated with you. What is it that makes you so different? What is it you add extra value by how you're creating communication practices with your clients? Are you adding extra value by how you reach out to people? I mean, what is it that makes you like that chief cornerstone for what you're doing? And that is major. Like I find it often that when it is in saturated market, people find themselves kind of doing the same thing as somebody else, and really have to understand your authenticity as it relates to that. So that whole knowing who you are piece, it sets you apart so that you're not looking like a carbon copy of the next person or the next brand. If you think of major brands, major corporations, you have P&G, you have Unilever, they sell similar products. They create similar products, but they don't have the same marketing strategy. You know, they don't have the same message that is being delivered. They may service the same clients. However, whatever items are specific ingredients that are in their items within their products, sets them apart from what's going on and what people need. So that is the number one thing, is to just understand who you are. Another thing is understanding your target client is major. Okay, understanding that target client, that's important. Once you know who you are, then it's kind of easy for you to tell people, you know, what you're going to be doing, right? Yeah. So you're going to have to gain that person or those people to follow in and to be a part of your tribe. And being a part of your tribe is understanding who these people are. What are their likes? What are their interests? What are they looking for? Why would they want to work with you, type of thing? And it's constant communication with various people, reaching out through surveys and things of that nature, just to build up understanding as to who you're going to be serving. Because it's easy to start a business, say, hey, I'm starting a business today, I'm going to sell a product. But if, for instance, you're selling t-shirts on love, well, who loves that? Who's the
Right,
person
right.
what type of person is looking for a t-shirt on love? What kind of person is looking for that type of thing? So
Mhm.
if you have to do some small surveys, of course. What if you have to do some testings, some pretty much like small group testing, like if this is something that they are interested in, that's something we need to focus in on. So that's another piece, understanding that part. Another thing is this, I always look at, well, if you understand who you are, know who your target client is, you have to understand that overall mission of what you're doing, right? The understanding the why of what you're doing.
Right.
And it helps to create a bold statement. Okay, so I do this because I want to, for me, I empower to win with words. I'm big on communication. I'm big on understanding how to push things out there where it sounds right and it resonates with people, but it's not overdrawn. It's bold. So focus
Right.
on building a bold statement based off of what your mission is about. Based off of why you're doing this.
Right.
It could be as many as 10 words.
Mhm.
Something
I
that
noticed that you did that. And when I reviewed your LinkedIn profile, which is really stunning, but you stated empowering brands to win with words. I mean, that is like all encompassing.
Right.
In terms of your mission and your purpose.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and I felt like that's the easiest way to kind of explain stuff,
Yeah.
And that could be used in various settings for various businesses. Having whatever specific entity your business is about and just saying it boldly.
Mm-hmm.
What I do.
Because I need to work on mine.
Yeah. And that built, and honestly, I love yours, honestly.
Oh, thank you.
The concept of what you're doing. But building that bold statement builds more clarity for those who watch or look or are interested in what you do, and they'll be more willing to work with you as well.
Right.
You can help me with that. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Problems in 4 words. Okay, so that's another piece. As it relates to continuing to build and continuing to grow in business, and this is something that it never dies, no matter how long you've been in business. I find myself kind of changing up stuff just so that I can understand where the market is, and it is constantly doing research. That's important. You have to constantly do research, and the only reason why it's important is because if you're trying to build yourself up as an expert, you have to be able to talk about what's now, as opposed to what's 5 years ago, 5 months ago. You gotta keep that up, and constantly doing the research, reading articles, viewing videos, attending seminars, conferences to help grow you as an entrepreneur, even from a personal development perspective, helps to catapult you into your success and helps to showcase who you are in terms of understanding what you're talking about. So that research piece is critical. It's so critical.
I agree with you, JoVonne. I mean, I also think the research is the foundation so that you are continually keeping up with changes. Yes. Changes in technology, changes in the marketplace, yes. Changes in customer demands. So, yeah, absolutely. And I love how you threw in the personal development as well, because we, as entrepreneurs and small business owners, experts in our fields, we need to keep up with what's going on out there and also growing personally and professionally.
Yes. It's the only way that you can continue to grow. I wrote something on LinkedIn yesterday about being too comfortable, and how being too comfortable, it equals growth. Right. And so when you're comfortable in just knowing what you already know, then you're limiting you're limiting your capacity to grow. Right. And so you have to be willing to step outside of what you already know to learn something new. I think the best thing is to just rely on everything that you already know and just believe that you can't learn anything more. So if you are open to learning more, people will be more open to working with you as well, because they're seeing that you're constantly growing, you're constantly maximizing, you're constantly expanding and expanding in understanding. You can be expanding in various business practices. You can be expanding in various areas. So don't limit what you're doing. Don't put limits on your knowledge. Don't put limits on your research. Go far beyond, because you never know how you could really touch someone that really needs what you have in a total area, So that
I love that.
is so necessary. And so the last thing, the fifth thing that I had was to keep a constant communication with those who you are servicing, right? And when I say constant communication, I mean have customer service practices that like get people to believe like, oh my gosh, I can't help but work with you. I can't help but want to be that target, that client of yours, because you're talking to me often. Even if we haven't worked in a week or we haven't worked in a few months, you're still reaching out just to make sure that everything's okay. And that could be done through email marketing, right? That could be done through text messages. That could be done through a phone call.
Right.
You really care in terms of who's focusing in on you, or who's working with, who you're working with. People feel that they're needed. People feel like that they're being treated as a person, being treated as a human being. And because I'm strong on communication, like I want to make sure that I am talking to my people often.
Right.
I'm talking to you, and I'm sharing with you, like I'm giving you tidbits of understanding. Like, listen, this is what I learned. You want to know more about it, So it's helping people understand, like, we're humans here. Let's have a conversation. And it's not a robotic situation where I'm just trying to get money off of you. No, I want you to know that I really do care about you. And that's what I really do like about, Beautiful Faces, Going Places. It's because it's building a network, it's building a community where people are able to, embrace one another, as well as being relatable with one another, as well as just feel comfortable sharing with one another too. So kudos to you for that. But
thanks.
I just really believe that communication is necessary. I mean, it is for growth.
It really is necessary. You're absolutely right. And I love what you just said about really just touching base with your tribe, your clients, your customers, your collaborators, your business partners, so that they know that you do care. And that's the bottom line. They do want to know that you care, and that you're looking out for their best interests, and you want to help in whatever way you can, whether it's with products or services, or just saying hello. Like, how's it going? I saw this, and congratulations. I mean, just that alone, I think, speaks volumes in terms of really building relationships. And it's very powerful and impactful. I know sometimes I feel like I fall short on that spectrum. And because I just love communicating one-on-one. I love just having conversations, whether it's on the phone or in person. And so I kind of struggle with the text messaging stuff and the ways that we have the different avenues that we have today in terms of communication with one another can just be sometimes overwhelming. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to shut that down because it's too much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. It's, so especially social media, you will get distracted and take you off course. But just making it. It doesn't have to be like you. It doesn't have to be like you're like making yourself like, I have to do this, but it's just like being in a place where you're genuine about it.
Yes. Yeah.
People recognize genuine versus, okay, this is like an attempted approach just to try to reach you,
Right.
This is a genuine thing. So being that, person that I've met you this far and known you to be, you are one that kind of keeps up, with people and just is genuine about building that relationship. So, and that's what many entrepreneurs need to do. I've learned over my 3 years in doing business, or how important it is to have a real good customer service plan.
Right.
As I run into people who's like, hey, trying to work with them, being their client or their customer, and realizing I don't want to continue to work with you because you're not genuine in your approach towards things. You're not really good in terms of reaching out. If you're delayed or doing something that's, that's causing the project to be behind, like that. You need
Right.
to communicate with me, type of
Yes.
thing. It's frustrating as a customer when someone doesn't reach out to you. It's frustrating as a customer when you're feeling like the only reason that they're working with you is because you're paying them.
Right.
So to have somebody that is genuine, genuinely working with you and really, really cares about you, turns the tables. It changes the situation, and it actually opens up more opportunity because you're gaining traction with the customers that you're working with, and you're gaining traction with their friends because they're seeing how pleased and how happy they are and how joyful they are from reaching out and working with you, that they're willing to tell their, to work with you as well. So.
Right. And then they're willing to refer you because they're like, oh my gosh, I just love working with JoVonne. You've got to contact her.
Right.
She helped me in this way or in this format. And I think she can help you too, Yeah, I love that. And I think it's so wonderful that we met at the LinkedIn Cincinnati event.
Yes.
And that was really a phenomenal event, by the way.
It really was.
I learned so much and met some really cool people and some good contacts. And so I think my point is, as entrepreneurs, coaches, trainers, experts, small business owners, we have to get out there and meet new people and, network. I know some of us don't like that word network, but we have to build relationships, and because you just never know who you're going to meet, whether or not they need your services, but they might know somebody who does, and they think you're awesome. So yeah, I'm really grateful that we had that opportunity to meet. Yes. And I look forward to hearing more from you and learning more from you. So I don't know if there's anything else you want to share. I think you covered the 5 essentials to delivering a great brand message. And so if anyone, where can people find you? So if there was something that really resonated, they'd like to learn more about branding, communication. And I love how you talked about those empowering words, really to define who you are, what you do. Where can they find you, or how can they connect with you, JoVonne?
So you can connect with me. My website is Think About It LLC. Email me as well, JoVonne, JoVonne at thinkaboutit.llc.com. And you can find me on LinkedIn. I do a lot more on LinkedIn and Facebook. So first year in Facebook now, so definitely connect with me here. And also on LinkedIn, JoVonne Walker, as well as Think About It LLC on LinkedIn as well. So I'm open to meeting new people. I have no problem talking to new people, learning new folks, and getting to know what you guys can do, and also building up levels of collaboration and things of that nature. So I look forward to kind of speaking with you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, JoVonne. And you go out and have a great day. I so appreciate you sharing your expertise with us. And thanks a million. We appreciate you. Take care, JoVonne.
See ya.
Okay, bye-bye.